We said it would be Tink. We're sad that it is Tink since Tink destroyed our last run. Um, yeah, I don't know. I haven't played her in a while. Well, ever since we lost, basically, I haven't played her. Um, actually, we need one of these plates, so maybe we should not combine it for the chainsaw. The broom can upgrade into a shovel, which can update into a drill, which is also not bad. Against the Shana, do we want some luck with the sash? We can also combine that into a Elixir Express, which I don't know if I want to go the potion run, so I think I'm just gonna hammer the opponent with some rocks per tool inside. Okay, so we have another tool. Historically, the screwdriver or screw smacker was a pretty good item. So I have high hopes for this start. I mean, it's a 5-cost item, so that in itself should speak volumes to its efficiency. And here we have another Chana in front of us. Could almost... Well, the spring we also need for the chainsaw. Ooh, we can even do the pliers like this now, huh? I didn't even know that was a thing. But we do need the spike thing for the chainsword, which I definitely intend to get. I think the chainsaw is just a super good item and fun to use. Let's see, we don't have much meaningful improvement. There's some knickknacks and a little bit of backspace. See if our screwdriver can carry us through anyway, and it can. So let's see again, with a sword and a spring, we can get pliers. That is a fantastic thing. Question is, how does our... Okay, we have no problems with exhaustion whatsoever. And let's get a little bit of cash infusion from the egg, hopefully. Let's see, against spikes, we're probably not that well set up. Oh no, we removed the spikes with a screw smacker. Really good. Screw smacker alone pretty much counters everything here, and by the looks of it, we're already making us a way towards the Carnage. So, I mean, what a name. They really outdid themselves with the naming conventions. A gear. I think I still want to keep a normal gear around because I want to upgrade the shield. Crit mana. Not that interested in it. I think I'm just going with a siphoning chalice. Let's see, can we... Should be able to make that work, right? In some way at least. Maybe like this. Let's go for another bag. A little bit more space. I know we can get the superior thing here. We can get the Cleansomatic. But I'm a big fan of the Witch's Hat. We could also get another wood buckler and just upgrade it to a heater shield. Actually, I think the Tink's own weapon is good enough to warrant us getting it like that. Now we're very shortly on our way to the Carnage, so Yeah, I think the recovery shield is going to be a better option for us in the long run. Now we got our little Carnage Saw. We're going to get our Superior Spring. And with that, we only need the Elemental Core, which is of course going to be the most difficult thing for us to acquire. Now I'm definitely also interested in a Goblin Gizmo. Yeah, let's just start. Carnage Saw should be ripping through our opponents. We still have quite a few pieces that we can upgrade here. Most importantly, the Barbed Spring. There's another piece for the Goblin Gizmo, but I need the screws for recovery. They do not want to show up, so let's just fill our inventory. That is interesting. We could start a little bit of dagger action. Just because we have this and it really enjoys more weapons. And I don't think daggers are bad on Tink by any means. Since we can acquire quite a bit of haste with our springs. I think it's a decent way to set up and build. This is an accessory. Do we have more accessories? These all count as accessories. Do we want an iron bar now? Good question. And here we answer our own question. We want a shield, definitely. Okay, the game loves us at the moment, by the looks of it, because we got a chainsaw going. We get an iron bar. We got another iron bar here. I think the Carnage Saw is ripping pretty fast. I also like this thing a lot. So maybe we also go for that and just keep this piece. Even if it's just to rev up our Carnage Saw even faster. We do a little quick switch here for the extra piece. I think this run is probably one of the developing as one of the best runs on Tink I've ever had. Like, this item really takes its time usually, and now I'm already having a end game level Carnage Saw upgrade. So critical, and it attacks faster, which is beautiful with combined with this. And of course we want to have everything trigger as fast as possible. Unfortunately, we do not have another piece of gear for the second shield to become upgraded to a regenerating shield. But look how fast we rip now. Feels extremely good. So let's see what we have. The shredder, huh? It's eating parts. Then we have a potion mixer, which I'm not a fan of. But more speed is definitely something I'm interested in. Kind of want crits, so we could consider going into a Gyarados. We have some crit as well, which is good. We like to see some extra crit. This is another interesting piece. Do not really know how to place this the smartest. Could add a dagger for some more bleeding. But I think at the moment I'll just like the rocks as siphoning chalice fodder. And then we can switch this around so the food moves faster. I don't think we need to do too much more to win this run. The Carnage Sauce doing a very convincing job. Now, the tome is interesting because if we get an Eternal Flame going, we could do some ridiculous stuff. The same with this piece here. Okay, I got stuff to think about now. We're definitely very shortly before a big rebuild. I definitely still want to add the banana. I think it's time for the spanner to leave us. Since we don't upgrade here at the moment, still a fan of upgrading this. And now begins the typical tinking, which means a lot of tinkering. But look at how fast our saw attacks. Oh, and we drained out our opponent at the same time. I think Shana's really not going to have a great time against us. Now to the rebuild, or the small rebuild, I guess. And for that rebuild, let's drop everything. We just need our star, basically. That was not smart. Now I can't really see. Okay, we have our star. I need definitely the star needs to be the star of the show. So let's build it in a way that the Carnage Saw can really shine. We would definitely want it like this. Or maybe we want to turn it like... Okay, I think I have to move this all the way here. Move you maybe here. Okay, this way we have the maximum amount. It's very inefficient when it comes to space. But I don't think we really need anything other than our Carnage Saw to really win here. Then, of course, I would like to have our little menagerie here of just good stuff. Most importantly, we still want to speed up our Carnage Saw. And then we just add as much stuff as we can. Might be a little bit suboptimal. Can always be better. I might as well make a dagger now. We're also gonna get rewarded with some more backspace. Maybe I should have rolled a little earlier. Do we need another spring? I don't think so. I mostly need exactly this, which is more backspace. Still don't have another gear, huh? This thing is also interesting. But for now, I'm saying I don't care. Let's go. Let's see if our rebuild pays off. Still have almost zero cleanse, I've noticed, but we're not running really into a problem because of it. But if I'm honest, it is something on my agenda which I'm seeking to fix. This is just an upgrade. We could make a burn gear. I'm kind of a fan of that. Oh, we wanted to make a burn gear. And there's the Eternal Flame. Now this is going to be interesting. And a crown as well for some cleanse. So but this is basically everything we want. I don't think we can afford it this round. But next round is going to be a big upgrade. So let's just save our money. Our Chanas are going to become nastier and nastier, but the Carnage Saw is just ripping through too fast. Plus now we got this very cool Infernal Cog. Let's find you a better spot. Just for the time being. Maybe for another dagger. Actually, I think having a crown is more important. And we can still optimize a little bit more. This thing has become kind of sad. I feel like I can't really find a good space for it. Our best space would probably even be here. Just profiting from the super fast attack of the mower. And if we get the Everflame, our flame is not going to be reduced, so we can rip even faster. I think this was a big step for us. Sure. This would mean even more speed. And burn for that matter, which is a payoff for the mana that we're gaining. Yeah, I think our build is complete. There's literally nothing else we can or should really add to it other than some knickknacks here and there. Some back upgrades, some invulnerability I'll never say no to. I think this overstayed its welcome. Could get some pet insurance for maybe later. Now we got an endurance fighter. But most of the time endurance fighters are kind of relying on the buffs they're getting to survive longer, like recovery and strength. So if we're just starting to stack fire and blood on them, yeah. Didn't even know that that was the last one. That was probably one of the easiest Tink runs I've ever had, having a Carnage Saw and then upgrading it into the Woodcutter so early is just incredibly busted. No question about it. So another one down. Who do we have here? I think on my list I have an Infedora win, I have a Moro win. So let's do Harkon next. I like this character. I think he was also part of the prior streak already, but it's going to be good to get him out of the way. See you next time. Bye.